Hi friends, it's MD Vegan. I make a new version of my strawberry pudding cake. Yeah, and begin as easy as always. I just make my bottom, and for this I lined a little form here, not even 20 centimeters, 17 or 16 centimeters with a parchment paper, and the sides too. Yeah. Just to try what happens. Yeah. You don't need to do that. I'm just trying something new now with the parchment paper. I will see. And of course I have my food processor, very versatile tool, fitted with the S-blade to make the dough. And the small form, spring form, so I don't need that many dates and almonds. First the almonds go in, now 1.5 cups. I don't need that much. I do the almonds first because then it takes less time. Together with the dates takes more time. I mean the beginning. So off we go. First step, just grinding the almonds. That is pretty quick. You see, coarse meal. That's all I need here. And then the second step, it takes some more time. I have here 10 dates, and these dates are a little bit more firmer. Yeah, I did not soak them, but they are firm, so a little bit soft. And the softer they are, the faster you get your dough. So 10 here I have, and a little bit of vanilla. I have a teaspoon of vanilla here, and that makes it very nice together with the almond and with the strawberries, of course. That will take some more time. Yes, I will be back in a second. All ground, the dough is okay now. Show you. Yeah, it takes some time because the dates are a little bit harder than my others before. Yeah, here, and when I do this, I press it and it begins to stick together. That's what I need. So now I can just fill it into the form. Shouldn't over process the flour, the meal, because then you have a marzipan, and the dough is too firm, that is not nice, and it doesn't really matter, but it's better. I like it more if it's a little bit more fluffy, the dough. First, everything goes into the form, the spring form. Then I spread it evenly. So once it's spread, I begin to press it down a little bit, careful first, to make sure everywhere is the same amount. Have a nice bottom for that cake. And then I begin to press it more firmly, more and more, and finally I use my knuckles to give it the final press. Because when I cut a piece out of my cake, when it's ready, then it should keep together, stick together and not fall apart. So that's why I have to press a little bit further now until it's a nice dough. And here, when I began with the Life Bakery, this was my crucial point. I was always about, the food processor was new, and I over-processed. I didn't process long enough. I didn't know how long I should do it. And all these things you will have to try by yourself. At a certain point you will know exactly the point when to stop processing. You can also see it when you look down. into the dough, when the processor is working, you see the textures changes. You will see that, you will notice. And then you fill, you press, and then in the end, you know exactly what to do. Yeah, that's important. I mean, you want to go have nice textures. And in the end, I take my fingertips and go around the sides, the brim, to make it especially firm at the sides, because there the shape has to be the best, because there we can see it, and always on the sides, like the frame of it, it has to be especially firm. So I go once around the whole form to get the sides a little bit firmer than the rest. And I'll show you in a moment what that looks like. So, yeah. At a certain point, when you process nuts, the oil will begin to come out of the nuts by the processing. You don't want to reach that point, or as soon as you reach a stop here, that's my dough, my bottom, it's okay, right? It looks a little bit shiny. That's the way it should look. So the next step is the pudding, cashew pudding. It will be, I need a blender for this, and I make that pudding a very simple pudding. It's not kind of curd, I would say, but the pudding I show you. So I have 3 bananas here, just simple bananas, ripe bananas in slices. Put the bananas into the blender. Half a lemon. That's always nice with a banana, because then the bananas won't be brown after the blending. Yeah, the lemon takes care of it, and it's a very nice flavor to the bananas, because they seem to be made for each other, I think. Bananas and lemons. Quickly. Bananas first, because I want to have something runny, liquid almost. I'll show you. This is what I have now, and that's perfect, a base to put the cashews in. A nice lemony flavor. The bananas, I love that flavor. It's a very simple pudding here, nothing sophisticated. Yeah? I just need some cashews here, and in this pudding, for this cake, as compared to the other one I already made strawberry pudding cake. You can see the video. I took less cashews, and now I take more cashews because I want to have a little bit firmer pudding. Yeah? When the pudding is very soft, it's very light and fluffy, and that is all to your liking. If you want to have a fluffy pudding cake, or a firmer pudding cake, I want to have it now a little bit firmer. So I now blend the cashews together with the bananas and the lemon. Sounds a bit inhomogeneous, so I will help the cashews a little bit come down. Yeah, I can see it. I won't put some water in now. Maybe I should put some water, but I don't want to have the water now. I just do a little bit more. I want a firm pudding. Yeah. So this is the pudding, the base of the pudding, not the pudding yet. It comes later, in a moment. So now I put the pudding into my bowl, or the base for the pudding. I have another scraper here, a softer one. That's better for the blender. And get some more to the corners, to the edges, and I get almost everything out. It's also a nice blender for this because it's large at the bottom, so it's easier to get to the ground with this tool. If the bottom is too small, too narrow, then it's hard to get down with that tool, and more of the cream remains inside. So I put that aside for a moment. Here, this is the cashew banana cream here, and that would not be firm. It would just run away on the cake. So I have to put, to make it a pudding, as I call it, I have to put some psyllium husk in there. And to make the psyllium husk, I will first use my coffee grinder and put some of it here and here. That way the psyllium husk seeds, they will be ground finer, and also the texture will be fine of the pudding. It's a very versatile tool. The little coffee grinder, I always use it for these kind of jobs. You can also do spices, dried herbs, and so many other things, seeds, yeah, or flax seeds, or cheese seeds, or whatever you need to have ground. Very wonderful. I don't use it for coffee anymore. So let's see. Should do it. And I will use psyllium husk in several parts of this cake. First now, I show you. This is how fine it looks when it's ground. See, it's definitely ground now and finer. And I just take, let's say, begin with 1, 2, 3 teaspoons. Put it aside into the cake, into the pudding. That will make the pudding. And I have here a little whisker. Now I have to be careful, otherwise I will have lumps. So whisk it very nicely to have it homogeneous again. No lumps I want here. And then my pudding is ready to spread it with the cake. So this is needed for the strawberries to hold firm onto the cake together. Here, my cake again, the bottom. Now the pudding goes in there. I have to do it quickly because it will firm up now, and the longer I wait, the firmer it will get. Here, this is what I have now. You see? It will firm up. Put it onto the bottom. I begin with a half. And now just on the bottom, a little bit on the bottom, because the strawberries shouldn't touch the dough or the bottom directly, otherwise they would fall down. You know, it would roll down from the cake. So I need a little bit on the bottom. And now I put my strawberries in here, and this time I have a pound of strawberries about, and I cut them into smaller pieces. That way I can press them firmer together, and then I have more strawberries. It's mainly a strawberry cake. The pudding is only there to make them hold together. Press them down a little bit into the pudding. Careful with the fingers not to mash the strawberries, but they should go down now into the pudding. Because I want to have a really strawberry cake full of strawberries, and the pudding is the cement. Cement. Yeah. So to say. So this is almost done. Yeah, the strawberries, I show you. A nice layer of strawberries in the pudding. Here, all full of strawberries. And to finish it, I will put the rest of the pudding on top. So it's again, it's a strawberry pudding. What do you want? Well, the whole strawberries in there, or halved or quarter strawberries. Put them in, and you can really put it down into press it down into the strawberries, so they are all holding firmly together and won't roll down from the cake, from the plate, when you have a piece out of the cake. So this is pretty firm already, and that's what it should be. Yeah. So that's a nice shape. If you cut a piece out of the cake, it should be a nice shape. Yeah. Not look like, otherwise it would look different. I mean, whatever you like. Yeah. I just try now different versions, always make different recipes just to explore. I mean, anyway, you have these wonderful ingredients here, the cashews, the strawberries, and the dates, the almonds. It's all so wonderful. Can't go wrong, really. Most importantly, that the shape is okay, and the rest, what can go wrong? So here, this is the beginning. Now, this is what I had done before already with this kind of cake in the other video, with a slightly different pudding. And now I go on and make a third layer. I show you first, I show what I have, and then I show you my third layer. Here, this is 2 layers, the strawberries in the pudding and the bottom, full of strawberries. So now there's a little bit space on top of the strawberry pudding, and I will put some blueberries in there. Here, I show you my blueberries. I have a ½ pound of blueberries around, fresh blueberries. It's berry time. I have so many wonderful fruits and berries outside now, in the winter. Summer is coming, the spring is there, that I will make plenty of it, and I'm really enjoying this. I come back in a second because I have to quickly to cleanse a little bit the blender. I need it again now for the blueberry marmalade on top, and in a second I'll be back. So I tidy up a little bit here. I have my blender ready again, and a bowl, and yeah, I'll put the blueberries in right away. I'll make a little blueberry jam. Here, I show you again. That's a ½ pound about. I just need a little cover, a little mirror on top, not too much. And very nice together with the blueberries are dates. Yeah, I have some dates here. Maybe 8 or so. Yeah. And I have some lemon zest. It is perfect with blueberry, lemon flavor. You take the lemon inside, then you have the sour feeling. With the lemon zest, you have more flavor. And I want the flavor now in the blueberries. The blueberries are there, so I have a little bit of liquid inside. There's water inside. I don't need the water from the lemon, just the flavor. And a little bit of cinnamon also. So that's now a refined version. Easy, it would be just easy to take just blueberries and maybe some dates and a little bit of psyllium husk, and you have a basic blueberry jam. Yeah, that's enough. And you can then refine it, make a new trinity. When you have the base, you take some cinnamon and some lemon zest or so. So that's what I have now. Now the psyllium husk comes later. I blend it right away. It would be more difficult to work with, so I always put the psyllium husk later. It's very easy blueberry jam with this wonderful fruit. Blended really good, then you have a nice color, this wonderful blueberry color. You see this dark blue or violet. It's really beautiful, and the colors are so important in the food because they also have these secondary nutrients. not the vitamins, but the phytochemicals, the colors, for example. They are super healthy. So I put the jam now, the base for the jam, into my bowl again. It's pretty runny now. Yeah. Together with the blueberries, when I blend them, they would always firm up a little bit into gel, because they have this pectin, like an apple in an apple seed. You have also the pectin. It's also super healthy, the pectin. And it's a lot in blueberries. That makes the blueberries gel up a little bit. So if you blend blueberries in a smoothie, for example, you can wait for a while. First, it seems runny. The blueberry smoothie seems to be runny. And then you sit and let it sit for a while. And you come back. And all of a sudden, it gels up and it's firm. Here. And like this. This looks runny now. You see? Runny blueberry jam. But it isn't. I mean, it turns into something gel-like. I want to have a little firmer. When I put it on there, it might run away. So I just take some psyllium husk, and not all of it. That would be too much. Again, I take maybe a tablespoon or two large teaspoons or 3. Yeah. And here I whisk it. And it already begins to firm up a little bit. I will taste it. Yeah, it's pretty quick that it firms up. Let me taste it. The psyllium husk, it has a little bit of flavor. So if you take too much, it will show. So this is what I have now. It's my blueberry marmalade. And I will pour that on top as the third layer. Here on top of this, I show you again. And you make sure you have a beautiful shape and the colors of the cake. And of course the flavor is amazing. Blueberries and strawberries. We have so many wonderful fruit. I mean, you can also make these this mirror on top with the blueberries in a different way, with different thickeners. That's all up to you. I take now the psyllium husks. It's easy available and it's very easy to use. You see, it's almost thick. You see here, standing almost. That's how fast it goes. So also here, quick working. Put it on top, straighten it out, and you have this wonderful third layer. Beautiful, and definitely super delicious, and of course very healthy. Blueberries are very healthy. They are high in antioxidants. That's what the blue color is about. They have so many health benefits. They are wonderful for digestion, vitamins, and yeah, and you could live on blueberries, I guess. In summer, there comes a guy from another city in Germany, from the countryside, and he brings always great variety of blueberries from his own fields. Organic farming. He's a wonderful person. Yeah, these organic farmers, they are really some person. They are dedicated. They don't make much money. They love their work, and they bring the best produce. So it's also a good cause to support it. And they have good prices. They're fair prices. It's not too expensive. If you have the right one, I know. So this is what I have now. Already firm. And it will be a very nice cake. See? A little foil on top. Put it into the fridge. And tomorrow, the cake is ready. I can cut a piece out of it and make a photo. Thanks for watching. I hope it didn't take too long for you. You had some fun also with my demonstration. And yeah, you can also subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. Follow a little bit my explorations, my little systematic approach to cooking and flavor, the vegan flavor world. And you find MD Vegan also on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. I hope to see you soon.